Wapahani Raiders, we have number 1, Skylar Van Note. Number 3, Lexi Spence. Number 4, Hayden Gates. Number 5, Aaron Rose. Number 7, Sarah O'Neill. Number 9, Anna Smith. Number 10, Anna Shutt. And our head coach, Aaron Burris. Alright, Altown, on your feet. Make some noise for the Pride West Side.
Good evening, Al Sands, as we get ready to tonight's matchup between the Wapahani Raiders and your Muncie Burris Owls. Going through the starting lineup. Owls will have number 1, Annie Elvin, 2, Mary Street. Number 3, Skaty Scott. Number 4, Chloe McGrew. Number 6, Laura Nagel. Number 8, Helen Beach. Number 9, Mia Morrison. Number 10, Rosie Bracken. 14, Daisha Carmichael. 15, Michael Ivy. 16, Connie Prater. 17, Corinne Meyer. Number 18, Sydney Jones. Number 19, Gabrielle Norton. And 22, Elise Garrett. Owls fouled to the Delta Eagles last night in a heartbreaker, 3 sets to 1. Cross county rivals Wapahani. And the teams go meet in the middle as we get ready for action tonight. Raiders are led by Van Note with 145 kills on the team. Orm is their serving ace with 24 aces on the year. Blocking is Davis and Van Note. And Libero Gates has 196 digs, and their setter Spence has 323 sets on the year. Owls go to the starting lineup of senior Clay Garrett, senior Chloe McGrew, junior Daisha Carmichael, junior Michael Ivy, freshman Helen Beach, freshman Annie Elvin, and senior libero Laura Nagel. For the Raiders, we have Skylar Van Note, senior Lexi Spence, senior Annie Shuck, outside hitter, is also a senior. Halen Gates, junior, as libero. Smith, also as a senior. And we get ready to go. Owls have won the toss and will be serving first. Freshman Helen Beach will be back to serve. And we're off. Attack, dug up by Beach. McGrew, Carmichael, and first swing goes wide. And Wapahani's on the board first, now leading 1-0. Substitution. Summers comes in the lineup, and she'll be back to serve for the Raiders. There's a shot into the box, tipped over by the Owls. Beaches there to cover. Roll shot from Carmichael. Attack into the block, and it falls on the board. Point to the Raiders. Now leading 2-0. Summer serve. Handled by Garrett. McGrew. And Owls mistime it. Point to the Raiders. to McGrew. Ivy with the big swing for the kill. That puts the Owls on the board, trailing 3-1. Shayla Webb comes in the lineup for the Raiders. Senior Khalees Garrett will be back to serve. She's tied for first on the team with aces with 26 on the season. And that one falls out of bounds. Gives a side out to Wapahani. Gates will be back to serve. Beach digs it up to McGrew. Ivy with a big swing. And Owls now trail 4-2. Elvin returns to the lineup for the Owls. Meg will be back to serve. And sliding the back corner. That's a point. Wapahani now leading 5-2 in this first set. Then Note back to serve. And there's an ace for the Raiders. Handled by Garrett. Ivy pushed over. Beach is there. McGrew sends it quickly over and tipped out of bounds. Gives the side out to the Owls, trailing 3-6. Junior Michael Ivy back to serve. Handled by Gates. Spence. Shot down the line. Point to the Raiders. Now leading 7-3. Nagel handles the serves to McGrew. Morrison with the big swing. Garrett. McGrew, Morrison again. Tipped up with Gage and failed to get it over or give the point to the Owls. Senior Chloe McGrew back to serve. Owls trailing 4-7. Real fast serve. Oh, tip. Handled by McGrew. Garrett sets it. Elvin, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Raiders. Number 4, Chloe McGrew, back to serve. And off the block, Owls can't cover. Serve. Ivy. Tipped over by Garrett. And into the block. Morrison Elvin into the block again. Tipped over by Shuck. Garrett sends it over. Outside attack. Dug up by Ivy to Garrett. Elvin sends it back into play. In the middle of the Owls defense, and they can't get there in time. Owls trailing 9-5. Nagel, and that's an ace for Wapahani. They've now doubled up. Orm. Serve. Morrison handles it. Ivy sends it over. He's playing with the weak spot in the defense. Carmichael returns to the lineup. Nagel goes sits, and number 1, Annie Elvin, back to serve. And the attack from the Raiders to point. Gives a side out. They now lead 11-6. Roach back to serve. Nagel to McGrew. The kill. Beach will replace Morrison in the lineup, and she'll be back to serve. I was hoping to get on a run here and get back in this game. Low serve from Beach. And off the block, but the Owls can't get it back up. That's a point to the Raiders. Mallory Summers back to serve. Beach to McGrew. Tipped over by Aggie over the block. There's a point. Owls trailing by 4, 8-12. Number 22, Cleese Garrett back to serve. Goes long. There's a point for the Owls. And after that, and Owls on the Wapahani side. Owls only trailed by 2, 10-12. Swing from Wapahani off the block and goes off the Owls out of bounds. Burris trailing 10-13. And it goes long. A point for the Owls. Alvin returns to the lineup for Carmichael. Nagel will be back to serve. Van Note on the block. Wapahani reloads, and it goes off the block again. Point to the Raiders. Owls going to have to figure out how to cover a little better off those blocks. Skylar Van Note. And sent over by McGrew. Free ball. Nagel. Ivy, she puts it down. Some discussion about the play with the official. And point goes to the Raiders. Van Note will be back to serve as they lead 15-11. Garrett to McGrew. Elvin. Knocks it off, and the Raiders are there. Send the free ball over. Ivy to McGrew. Back to Ivy. And puts that one down. Morrison returns to the lineup for Beach. Ivy will be back to serve for the Owls. Elvin digs it up. Back to Elvin, off the block. Tips over, Nagel's there to cover. Morrison, and off the block. Point to the Owls. spends. And Ivy digs it up. Nagel sends it back into the lineup. Back row attack from Ivy. Tipped over. Owls can't get there. A point to Wapahani. They now lead 16-13. Senior Lexi Spence back to serve for Wapahani. Nagel handles it. Joust it to net, goes to the Wapahani side. Garrett to McGrew. To Morrison with the kill. Owls continuing the fight in its first set. Senior Chloe McGrew back to serve. Off the block. McGrew digs it up. Garrett sets. Tipped over the block by Elvin. There's a point for the Owls. McGrew serves over. Attack down the middle, dug up by Nagel, and goes out of bounds. Wapahani now leads by 2, 17-15. Owls seem to get closer, just can't get over that hump to take the lead. Nagel to McGrew, to Elvin, into the block. Raiders now lead 18-15. Nagel to McGrew. Back row attack. Right into the block. And no one there to cover. Owls trail by 4, 19-15. Warren back to serve. Morrison, Garrett sends it over. That's picked out of bounds by the Raiders. Point to the Owls. Carmichael returns. Number 1, Annie Elvin back to serve. As off the block, Ivy digs it up. McGrew, Carmichael sends it over into the block. And this time the Raiders can't cover. Gives a point to the Owl. Elvin, short serve. Ball short. There's a side out to the Raiders. And with that, Coach Dodge, let's take a timeout. As the Owls trail 17-20. Give an opportunity to thank our sponsors. Star Insurance, committed to serving the needs of our community by helping protect what matters most, both professionally and personally. Star Insurance. O'Neill Insurance. O'Neill and Associates, with more than 15 years of dedicated personalized service. Find them at o'neillsandassociates.com or 765-896-9553. Savage's Ale House, serving Savage's signature sandwiches, burgers, and beer. Find them at Facebook at Savage's Ale House or downtown Muncie. And Fred and Diana Palmer with State Farm Insurance. They're being a good neighbor. You can follow all the latest about Burris Athletics on Twitter at Burris Athletics 1. That's at Burris Athletics 1 on Twitter. And you can always provide comments, questions, and suggestions to me at Owls TV 1. Brooks back to serve. Morrison digs it up. Garrett. And can't quite get it over the net. And that's a point to Wapahani. They're now leading 21-17. Short serve. Morrison to McGrew. Carmichael sends it back. Oh, send it out of bounds. Raiders now leading by 5, 22-17. Bounces off. The Owls at 20, gives them 23-17. And Coach Stives wants to talk some more. Want to thank Meeks Mortuary for serving all of Delaware County with sensitivity, compassion, and respect since 1844. Wendy Meyer with LuLaRoe, serving Central and Eastern Indiana, providing comfy and affordable clothing for all shapes and sizes of women. Find her at LuLaRoe. Wendy Meyer on Facebook. Doug Meyer with State Farm Insurance at 318 Parkview Drive in Newcastle. Contact Doug for all your auto, home, property, and life insurance needs. Find him at DougIsMyAgent.com. And stay tuned for after the match tonight for the Dodge Report, sponsored by Gaddis Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Owls trailing 23-17. Roach back to serve. To the net. Point to the Owls. Number 8, Ellen Beach back to serve for the Owls. Off the block. McGrew to Garrett. Carmichael. Beach is there to McGrew. She sends it diving. Tipped out of balance by Wapahani. Gives Owls their 19th point. Reserve. And Raiders fail to get it over. Point to the Owls. Beach continuing to serve. Short scoop. Off the block. And Owls can't get it up. That'll cause us back. Summers back to serve for set point as they lead 24-20. Garrett, and there's an ace. That'll end the first set. As the Owls foul the Raiders 20-25. We'll be back shortly for the start of the second set. Well, welcome back, Owls fans, as we get ready to start the second set. Owls take the court, hoping to bounce back after that loss in the first set. 20-25. Owls just couldn't ever get over the hump. We'd get close, we'd get within one or tie it up, but never could get over the hump to get the lead. On the court for the Owls will be Chloe McGrew, Daisha Carmichael, Michael Ivy, Chloe Scarrett, Laura Nagel, and Helen Beach. Wapahani will be serving first. Number 5 will be Erin Roach back to serve. And it looks like we have a lineup not quite right for the Raiders. Be making a change, and Amaya Smith will be back to serve. by Garrett. McGrew, Ivy down the line. And now they all start off with the lead this set.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. That last kill was the 1,000th kill for Burris Senior by Ivy. Congratulations, Markel.
And with that, just announced that's Kel Ivy's 1,000th kill as it bursts out. Garrett back to serve. Struck to Beach. Ivy, there's 1,001. Owls now leading 2-0. Garrett continuing to serve for the Owls. Spreads. And right down the corner. And that's a kill for Wapahani. Owls now lead 2-1. Gates back to serve for Wapahani. Handled by Garrett. McGrew tips. And lift called on the Owls. That'll tie us up at 2 points apiece. Garrett to McGrew, sends it back in. Garrett pushes it over. Friends. Nagel digs it up, and Owls can't get there. That gives the Raiders the lead, 3-2. Beach to McGrew, Ivy, and that's tipped out of bounds by Gates. And we're tied up at 3. Elvin returns to the lineup for the Owls. Nagel serve is over. And no, big up by Beach. McGrew sends it over. And surprising the Raiders. Owls take the lead, 4-3. Off the slide, off the block. And we're tied at 4. Davis enters the lineup for the Raiders. Van Nelt back to serve. Handled by Nagel. McGrew. Elvin tips it over. Oh, but outside the antenna. That gives the Raiders a lead, 5-4. Beach sends it to McGrew. Ivy, and she sends it to the hardwood for the kill. Morrison enters the lineup for the Owls, replacing Beach. Ivy will be back to serve as we're tied 5-5. Flips the net. Off the block, and Owls can't cover. That's a point for the Raiders. They now lead 6-5. Spence back to serve for the Raiders. Ivy McGrew can't get there in time. Another point for Wapahani. Nagel to McGrew. Elvin tips it over. Raiders are there. Big swing, but Ivy did up and put it on the line. Point to the Raiders, leading 8-5. Spence continuing to serve. Short. Yeah, so the net falls on the outside. Raiders now lead 9-5. Allison desperately looking for a side out. And that'll get it. And Spence with the serving error gives a point to the Owls. McGrew back to serve. On serve. Free ball sent over. Ivy to McGrew. Sets up Elvin. With the big swing. Goes into the bleachers. Point to the Owls. Now trailing by 2, 7-9. McGrew to serve again. Pushed over and to the back corner. That puts Wapahani at double figures at 10. Owls only have 7. Serving error on Raiders. Point to the Owls. Alvin back to serve. Carmichael returns to the lineup. Roll shot. Dug up by McGrew. Sent over by Garrett. Ivy. Garrett pushes it up. And a lift called on the Owls. Gives the point to the Raiders. They now lead 11-8. Ivy to McGrew. Garrett into the block. Carmichael. And it goes off the block. Raiders set it up. Off the block. Out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. Morrison. Nagel's there to dig it up. McGrew sends it to Garrett, and she sends it to the back corner. And Wapahani can't get there. Point to the Owls as they trail 3, 9-12. Beach returns to the lineup for Morrison. She'll be back to serve. And there's an ace for Beach. To her season total of 26. She came into the team tied with Ivy for the most aces. Second ace! That'll pull the Owls within 1, 11-12. Called out of bounds on the Owls. It'll be a point to the Raiders. They now lead 13-11. Every time the Owls get close, they can't quite seem to get over the hump and take the lead. Beach to McGrew. Ivy sends it over. But it goes out. Beach to Morrison. Ivy picked up off the block. And off the block, but goes out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. They now lead by 4, 15-11. Summers back to serve. And service there. Under Raiders. Gives the Owls a point. Smith returns to the lineup. Garrett back to serve. And off the block again, point to the Raiders. Back to a 4-point lead, 16-12. Garrett to McGrew. Ivy dug up a Gates. Tipped over. And now can't get there in time. That extends the lead to 5. Raiders leading 17-12. Garrett. Ivy off the block. And that one falls through the court. Nagel will be back to serve. And free ball set over. Ivy to McGrew, back to Ivy. And no, split the defenders. And that's a point for the Raiders. They lead 18-13. Van Note back to serve. Garrett to McGrew. And ball handling error on the Owls. Good point to Wapahani. They lead 19-13, and Coach Dodge wants a timeout to talk about it. Give a chance to thank our sponsors. Texas Roadhouse, legendary food, legendary service, all with lots of legendary fun. Find a little bit of Texas right here in Muncie on West McGalliard. Prime Trust Financial Federal Credit Union, the largest credit union in Muncie with 3 locations at West Bethel, South Madison, and North Broadway. Once Upon a Child, kids stuff with previous experience. Recycle your children's nearly new items and get paid on the spot at West McGalliard. Creek Run Environmental Engineering with 24 years of service in engineering. Find them at creekrun.com. Owls return to the court, trailing 19-13. Van Note will be back to serve. And service there on Wapahani. That'll give the service to the Owls. Ivy will back to serve. Morrison came in. Jack in the lock. Raiders cover. And a reload. Garrett. And McGrew tips it over. And net violation called on the Owls. That gives Raiders their 20th point. Owls trail 14-20. Spence will be back to serve. Short serve. Bounces out of bounds. Point to the Owls. McGrew will be back to serve. Short serve from McGrew. And the big cross-court attack goes to the court. Point to Wapahani. Orm will be back to serve. As the Raiders lead 21-15. Nagel. And the overpass. And Smith makes him pay for it. Nagel to McGrew. Back to Ivy. Roll shot to Ivy. McGrew. Morrison. And that one goes out of bounds. Point to the Raiders as they now lead 23-15. Nagel dives up to get it. Morrison. And that tap goes off. Point for the Owls. Elvin back to serve for the Owls. Owls need a good run here. Into the block, dug up. Ivy to McGrew. Carmichael into the block. Owls take it up. Ivy sends it back over on a good hustle play. Carmichael to McGrew. And they can't get it over. And that will send Davis back to the line. She'll be serving for set point as Owls trail 16-24. And the bad service there. Owls are still alive. Beach will come in the lineup as the Owls trail 24-17. That'll be her third on the night. And with that, Wapahani takes a timeout. Owls trailing 18-24. Want to thank Rod Cross for his sponsorship of Muncie Burris Volleyball with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. When it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Stop knocking on wood and call Rod at 765-284-5543 for all your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance needs. Moe's Southwest Grill. There is no INT, but there is a burrito offering delicious Mexican cuisine made fresh ingredients that you love. Moe's Southwest Grill, located in West McGalliard in Muncie. Berrywinkle frozen yogurt with 14 flavors of frozen yogurt and more than 50 toppings to make Berrywinkle the best place for dessert in Muncie. I want to thank all our sponsors for their support of Burris Athletics. And as always, tell them thank you and that you heard it about them on the cube. Beach will be back to serve for the Owls. And that'll finish the second set as the Owls fall 18-25. We'll be back shortly for the third set. Welcome back, Owls fans, as we get ready for the third set. Owls are coming out with a little bit different rotation. We got Garrett, Ivy, Norton, McGrew, Elvin, and Beach. Nagel will be your libero. Owls are going to have to fight as they're down 2 sets to none. Going to have to come with some energy to help to get back into this game. Owls will have to be first service. And that'll be Beach. Owls have been close, but never could quite get over. Get up there and tie, be down a point, but never get it over the hump to take the lead. And it's in the block. Point to the Owls. They take the lead in the first set, or third set, 1-0. Set. Tipped over. Nagel's there to cover. McGrew sends it to Ivy. And Raiders send the free ball over. Beach digs it. Garrett sends it in the field court. But attacking air gives a point to the Raiders, and we're tied at 1. And back to serve. Flips the net and rolls over for Raiders now lead 2-1. Beach, McGrew, tipped over by Ivy. And swing off the block. Lands in the Elves court. Raiders now lead 3-1. Garrett and Elves get there, tip it up. Raiders now lead 4-1. Beach to McGrew. Ivy. Free ball. Ivy to McGrew. Back to Ivy. McGrew digs it up. Garrett sets it. Norton. Beach is there to cover. Ivy. And goes out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. Owls need a side out. Beach to McGrew. Garrett. And one too many touches from the Owls. McGrew. Tipped out of bounds. Off the block, but goes out of bounds. That's a point for Muncie Burris. They trail 6-2. Garrett back to serve. And Raiders swing goes out of bounds. Owls trail by 3. Down the line. Raiders get the point, now leading 7-3. Owls need to show some urgency here. Get back in this match. And off the block. And it rolls out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. Roach back to serve. And there's an ace for the Raiders. And Kipsnow's not liking what he sees, calls a timeout. Owls trailing 9-3. Want to thank Central Indiana Orthopedics, specializing joint replacement, physical medicine and rehabilitation, pediatric orthopedics, and sports medicine. At Central Indiana Orthopedics in Muncie. Mahdi Grill, serving authentic Egyptian grilled food at 2144 West White River Boulevard. Good for groups, dine-in, or takeout. Find them at Mahdi Grill on Facebook. Star Insurance, committed to serving the needs of our community by helping protect people and what matters most, both professionally and personally. Find them in downtown Muncie. O'Neill & Associates, gained from a unique, individualized, custom plan using an independent perspective. With more than 15 years of dedicated, personalized service, find them at o'neillasociates.com. Also like to thank friend Diane Palmer with State Farm Insurance for their sponsorship of Muncie Burris Volleyball. Elvin digs it up to McGrew. Ivy. Shot. McGrew still cover. Elvin sends it back. Free ball sent over by McGrew. Sets up a shot. Dug up by Beach. McGrew. Back sets it over. Kicked out of bounds by Owls. That gives the Raiders 10 points to the Owls 3. And it rolls over. Owls now trail 3 to 11. They need to show some fire here. There's a serve. Beach to Elvin. Ivy sends it over. Two touches. Point to the Owls. They trail 12 to 4. Nagel replaces Norton in the lineup. Serve is over. Tipped over. Nagel's there to serve. Elvin. Ivy sends it over. Beach to McGrew. Ivy tips it into the block. Owls can't get the cover. Summers back to serve for Wapahani. Garrett to McGrew. Elvin with the big swing. And the swing goes out of bounds. That gives a point to the Owls as they trail 13 to 5. Morrison enters the lineup. Ivy back to serve. And into the block. And pushed over a point for the Owls. Ivy back to serve. Tipped over, and send it out of bounds. Gates back to serve for Wapahani as they lead 14 to 6. Nagel, and Owls can't get it. Garrett to McGrew to Morrison. And there's a cross-court attack in the back corner. Raiders now lead by 10, 16 to 6. Gates will be continuing to serve for the Raiders. Katie Scott enters the lineup for the Owls. Elvin to McGrew to Ivy. Real shot. Garrett's there to cover. McGrew. Morrison sends it over. Big. And that's tipped out of bounds. by the Owls. Raiders now lead 18-6. Ivy to McGrew. Garrett free balls it over. Go back to the. And Raiders are there with another big attack. Gates back to serve again. And out of bounds by the Owls. Owls can't seem to find any way to get it over to the net right now. Desperately needing a side out as they trail 20-6. And Owls desperately needed that. McGrew will be back to serve. Into the block, and that falls on Wapahani side. That gives 8 points to the Owls. Short serve. And into the block, falls to the court. Point to the Raiders, now leading 21-8. There on Raiders. Gives the serve back to the Owls. Annie Elvin back to serve. And serve goes long. That gives another point to the Raiders. Spence will be back to serve for Wapahani. They lead 22-9. And goes out of bounds. That gives 10th point to the Owls. Trailing by 12. Beach will be back to serve. Ball, Garrett, good, Ivy, gets over and out, not there off the block. Owen back to serve. Beach to McGrew. To Garrett with the tail. Garrett will back to serve. Owls trailing 11-23. There's the point for the Owls. Starting to show some fight here in this third set. Desperately trying to get in it. Trying to be. Another ace for Garrett. That closes the lead to 10. Roll shot goes long. I'll run a little run here. They've closed back to single digits. Trailing only by 9, 23-14. And that one goes out. Point to the Owls. And Wapahani wants to talk about that. Want to thank Savage's Ale House at 127 High Street, Muncie, Indiana, where they serve Savage's signature sandwiches, burgers, and beer. Find them on Facebook at Savage's Ale House. Meeks Mortuary, serving all of Delaware County with sensitivity, compassion, and respect since 1844. A family-owned and operated local business. Our staff is composed of your neighbors and friends. Wendy Meyer with LuLaRoe, where fashion meets comfort. Find her at LuLaRoe Wendy Meyer on Facebook. Doug Meyer with State Farm Insurance. Being a good neighbor is more about being there when things go completely wrong. It's for all life's moments. Contact Doug for all your insurance needs. Find him at dougismyagent.com. And as we return to play, Garrett will be back to serve. Owls trailing 15-23. And tipped out of bounds by the Owls. And that'll bring up match point. Roach will be back to serve for the Raiders. Beach to McGrew. She tips it over. Push back over. Beach to McGinn. McGrew to Ivy. And point to Owls still alive, trailing 16-24. Excuse me. Nagel will be back to serve. Attacked by Van Note. And that'll finish it off. Owls fall on 3 sets to the Raiders. We want to quickly recognize all our sponsors. Wendy Meyer with LuLaRoe, Doug Meyer, State Farm Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Prime Trust Financial Federal Credit Union, Once Upon a Child, Creek Run Environmental Engineering, Rod Cross with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, Moe's Southwest Grill, Barry Winkle Frozen Yogurt, Central Indiana Orthopedics, Motti Grill, Star Insurance, O'Neill & Associates, Savage's Ale House, Meeks Mortuary, Fryed and Diane Palmer. And we want to thank Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for the official Dodge report, which we will have shortly, and talk to Coach Dodge. We'll be back in just moments with the coach. Okay, we're here with Coach Dodge. And thank our sponsor, Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Disappointing loss tonight against Wapahani.
Disappointing effort. That loss wasn't so disappointing, the effort. After the second set, I thought we were ready to roll. Thought we could have them moving around.
I want to bring up one highlight of the night. Michael Ivy with her 1,000th kill. I mean, that was a great accomplishment. I mean, your thoughts about that? I mean, what kind of an accomplishment that is for a junior?
That's for a junior, that's pretty unheard of. It takes a lot of swings, obviously, because even if you're hitting 300, that's 3,000 swings. So that's a lot of sets in 30 matches in 3 years. So that's talking a lot of balls. So it's a good accomplishment to get 1,000 kills. It's a milestone for most hitters. Starting as a freshman is not an option for a lot of guys. So it's not made too often.
Now we have a weekend off, and then we're back with a conference opponent next Tuesday at Seton Catholic. What are you going to do to trying to find some energy? Because that seems to be a consistent theme this past week.
Either we find the energy or the energy will find the bench. That's the way it goes.
Well, thank you, Coach. Again, disappointing loss tonight, and we'll see you Tuesday night. And Tuesday night at Seton Catholic. I want to thank Gaddis Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for their sponsorship of the Dodge Report. Thanks everyone for viewing. We'll see you on Tuesday night.